Hello there, guys. What is going on? Can fundamentals help us choose which direction to go, long or short, in the market? It used to be able to do that. I've been trading that way for a long while. And then for the whole of 2020, since the virus and even before, since Trump was in office, I really couldn't use the fundamentals to guide me. But has all that changed now? I think it has. I'm going to look at a little news here, see what's going on, see what happened last week, and see if we can use some of this to guide us to move long or short, whether it be stocks or currencies. And then at the end, I'm going to show you the charts and give you some setups that I think is going to be great for the week ahead. So first up here we have the S&P 500. It fell on Friday, and things are going badly in the market where the news is concerned, and you can actually see this happening on the chart. So when the stocks dips and the investors are remaining cautious due to the virus, and the Reserve Bank is meeting in this week, and there's a tendency during February for the markets to be weak, especially in equities, and this is from CNBC. So if we see more stock market weakness and a move to risk off, then I'll show you later on the chart of the dollar versus the yen, and I feel that the yen should be firming up against the dollar, but we'll have a better look at this when we have a look at the charts. And then we have some more here. Reuters are saying the sentiment during September has been plunging, and things are again not looking good. So we have so far already 2 articles here that is negative, or that has a bearish bias for the stock market. So for that reason, if you are trading indices or if you are trading currencies, then the safe havens are going to be the best for this week ahead. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. For the pound, we have the Prime Minister here raising taxes, and this is to combat the crisis that the NHS is facing. So how is this going to affect the stock market, the FTSE 100? For me, it looks as if the papers are agreeing that the tightening here is going to, or the government has decided to raise the taxes to fund the social care, and this higher taxes on the employee earnings now and the employer wage cost, it's going to dampen the strength of the economic recovery from COVID-19. So the thing is that, again, a pound for me is a little bit, even though the numbers are looking good, I'm not too sure whether, for buying or selling here. So for me, I might be staying out of the pound when it comes to the cable, but trading it against the yen, I'll probably sell the pound against the yen. But I think there are better pairs to look at. The Financial Times here, for the euro, this was a funny one this week. There was a ECB member, I don't know, Philip Lane. He told the bankers privately that rate hikes are coming as early as 2024. And that sparked like a mini upswing in the market here. We can just have a look at this section here. Yeah, the market is going up here, and it's less than 50 pips, this move up, and this is just as the minister is mentioning the possible rate hike there as early as 2024. So for me, this was just noise because of the whole region there, the whole euro region just doesn't seem to be gaining enough momentum or enough strength there. It's really been damaged a lot by the coronavirus. So for me, it's going to be a sell, the euro against the yen, against the also against the pound, and against the dollar. Here we can see also the ECBs will continue with the stimulus, and it's not going to decrease the stimulus. And this Nordia points this out, and they also note that the ECB intends to recalibrate the combined QE purchases to the net supply of bonds, which will ensure that the de facto curve spread control remains intact. See, the thing is, the main takeaway for me here is that the ECB can't reduce the stimulus, and it's difficult to see how they can reduce the stimulus when so much funds is needed for growth. So the EU looks to set to move lower. For me, the euro looks to move lower against the dollar, the yen, and the pound for me. Then the yen. This has been, I mean, if you've followed when I was doing the fundamental analysis in the past year, I was always bullish against any currency when it comes to the yen, and now even more so. If you look at the charts for the indices, we can see most of them has broken like a daily trend line now. So all we need to see is the follow through. And if this happens, then it is a risk off situation, and the yen should be stronger. So the yen positioning, according to the weekly IMM data, has become extreme, and it's been extreme for a long while. And the current short positions amongst the hedge funds and asset managers is also the thing is, I'm going against the fundamental or against the leverage funds and the asset managers in this case, and it's proved to work out well for over a number of years, going against the institutions. So in this case, there's a few banks here that also agrees with us that the yen is oversold, and that we need to start buying the yen against really any currency. For this week, we have the Canadian elections, and the best scenario for the CAD is that we get a majority win by either one of the parties, and it seems to be that that's not going to be the case here. So it's paving the case for me to sell the yen, sell the CAD against the yen, against the dollar, against the pound. And here with according to DBS, also the Australian dollar is near the top of the range there. And according to their model, the Aussie is likely to be capped around the 75 cents mark there. And the Reserve Bank is also meeting, and the decisions to purchase 4 billion from 5 billion. The Australian economy is expected to contract from strict lockdowns, and there is one condition for reopening the economy there, and that is the population needs to be inoculated by October. So there's a lot of things that's happening here for the commodity currencies. Iron ore prices are going down. The CAD has the election. So for me, the commodity currencies are again a sell. Now, when I say a sell, I mean it's going to be a long-term sell, not to just go ahead and press the sell button there and hope for the best. We're still going to be looking for setups on the charts to decide the best entry methods for us there. So off to the charts here quickly, and we're going to have a look and see what we can find out. The first one on the list here for me is going to be the euro versus the dollar. This is the favorite pair amongst everyone. We have the envelopes here, and usually what we are doing, we are buying at the extremes. When it goes beyond the envelope, we are buying, especially when we have a nice resistance level there or support level there. That's a minor level, and then we are usually looking at buying it up there. And then at the bottom here, there's another section where we could look at turning and buying, but that would be going against the fundamental. So for me, it's a trend going down, and even if there is a little bit of a swing up there, I'll be looking at that swing on the Heikin-Ashi chart here, and that swing, if it comes here, I'll be buying it up just up until either this 12 moving average there or the 36 moving average, or we can use a trend line over there and then buying the swing up to there. But I doubt whether we're going to get back up to the 118 levels again. So it's either aggressively selling it down here or waiting for a pullback for a sell to meet up with these levels here, which is going to correspond to the extension beyond the mean plus good levels here anyway. And for the commodity currencies, again, here we have the New Zealand dollar. It's the same thing. It's looking for pullbacks and against the dollar, looking for pullbacks against the yens, and just reselling the market there. And then the whole idea is based on the fundamentals, and the fundamentals are, it seems to be in line with what we are doing now on the charts. Looking at our DAX here, everything has been dropping. This is a Heikin-Ashi chart here. We can see there was trend lines that now, if we can remain below the trend lines here, like this here, and any pushes up to be resisted by the trend line and then to continue that short down, then we are really looking at that as a real break of a trend here, and then it solidifies the idea that the market is probably turning. So for me, I'll be looking at selling most of the indices, or all of the indices, selling the 500, selling the FTSE, the DAX, everything on indices is a short for me. And for this week, it's going to be buying of the safe havens, the Swiss franc and the Japanese yen. That is it from me. But let's see if the fundamentals really holds this week, and see if we can get the fundamentals story to match up with what we're seeing on the charts. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.